The Apple Design Awards is a special event hosted by Apple Incorporated at its annual Worldwide Developers Conference. The event is meant to recognize the best and most innovative Macintosh and iOS software and hardware produced by independent developers, as well as the best and most creative uses of Apple's products. The ADAs, as they are commonly known, are awarded in a variety of categories which vary from year to year. The Apple Design Awards have been presented each year since 1996, though for the first 2 years of their existence they were known as the Human Interface Design Excellence Awards. Since 2003 the physical awards were designed with an Apple logo that glows when touched. These new awards were engineered and built by Sparkfactor Design. Winners 2015 Shadowmatic by Triada Studio, iPhone and iPad. Metamorphobot by Vectorpark, Incorporated iPhone, Robinhood by Robinhood Markets, iPhone, iPad and Apple Watch, Affinity Designer by Serif Europe, Mac, Crossy Road by Hipster Whale Proprietary Limited iPhone and iPad, Fantastical 2 by Flexibits Incorporated Mac, Workflow by Desk Connect, Incorporated iPhone and iPad, Does Not Commute by Mediocre AB, iPhone and iPad, Vainglory by Super Evil Mega Corp, iPhone and iPad, Pacemaker by Pacemaker Music AB, iPhone, iPad and Apple Watch, Student Winners, Elementary Minute by Clemens Strasser, iPhone, iPad and Apple Watch, Jumpo by Gabriel Matthias Rocha and Victor Lapis Gima Copyright NES. 2014 Leo Euro Unregistered Trademark S Fortune by 1337 and Senri, Day 1 by Bloom Built, Blick by Kunabi Brother, Yahoo News Digest by Yahoo, Threes by Servo, Cinematograph Pro by Flixel Photos, Device 6 by Simago, Storehouse Visual Storytelling by Storehouse Media, Sky Guy by Fifth Star Labs, Monument Valley by Ustwo Studio, Student Winners, Pano Perfect by Half Peeled LLC in 2 Bros, Animal Adventure by Tiagli. 2013 WWF Together by World Wildlife Fund, iPad, Procreate by Savage Interactive Proprietary Limited, iPad, Badland by Frogmund, iPhone and iPad, Yahoo! Weather by Yahoo! iPhone and iPad, Letterpress by Attribution, iPhone and iPad, Ridiculous Fishing by Vlambeer, iPhone and iPad, Sky Gamblers, Storm Raiders by Atypical Games, iPhone, iPad, and Mac, Coda 2 by Panic, Incorporated Mac, Evenote by Evenote Corporation, Mac, iPhone, and iPad, Finish by Student Winner, Rainer Buch and Michael Hansen, iPhone, Mosaic.io by Student Winner, Ishan Gurajani, Alex List, and Zain Shah, iPhone and iPad, Student Scholarship Design Award winners, Louis Harbo, Brian Keller, Puck Meerberg. 2012 Student, Da Vinci by Reality Twist GmbH, Little Star by Bebo Box Studio, iPhone, Where's My Water by Disney Interactive Studios, Jetpack Joyride by Halfbrick Studios, National Parks by National Geographic Society, iPad, Paper by 53, Incorporated. Bobo Explores Light by Game Collage, LLC Dam 1, The Drum Machine by Finglab, Mac, Deus Ex, Human Revolution by Feral Interactive, Limbo by Playdead, Sketch by Bohemian Coding. 2011 Student, Grades 2 by Tarpati, Pennant by Vargatron, Pulse News by Alfonso Labs, iPhone, Cut the Rope by Chilingo, Golfscape GPS Rangefinder by Shitzoom Software, Infinity Blade by Chair Entertainment, iPad, Osmos by Hemisphere Games, Our Choice by Push Pop Press, J by Algorithm, Mac, Carpo by Super Mega Ultra Groovy, Pixemator by Pixemator Team Limited. Anomaly, Warzone Earth by 11-Bit Studios. 2010 Best iPad Apps, The Financial Times by The Financial Times Limited. Tab Toolkit by Agile Partners, Flight Control HD by Firmint, Star Walk for iPad Interactive Astronomy Guide by Vito Technology Incorporated, Pinball HD by Gamaprom, Best iPhone Apps, Doodle Jump by Lima Sky LLC, Brushes by Steve Sprang, Articles by Sophistication Software, 20-Minute Meals Jamie Oliver by Zolmo, Real Racing by Firmament. 2009 Mac OS X Leopard Developer Showcase, Billings by Market Circle Incorporated. Boingst v1.3 by Boingst Software, Things v1.1 by Cultured Code, versions v1.0.3 by Pico and Sofa, Best Mac OS X Student Product, Phoned Case v1.1.3 by Peter OMVLEE, iPhone Developer Showcase, MLB.com at BAT 2009 v1.0.1 by MLB.com, Postage v1.0 by Rogue Sheep, Topple 2 v1.1 by NGMOCO, Twirty v1.3.1 by Attribution LLC, Best iPhone Student App, Wooden Labyrinth 3D. v1.2.1 by Elias Pitala Currency, Best iPhone OS 3.0 Beta App, ACCU Terra v1.0.0 Beta by ACCU Terra. 2008 Best Leopard Student Product, Winner Squirrel by Axel Parr Copyright due, Runner-up, Flow 1.0.1 by Brian Amarige, Best Mac OS X Leopard Graphics and Media Application, Winner ScreenFlow by Vara Software Limited, Runner-up, Photomagico by Boingst Software Limited. Best Mac OS X Leopard User Experience, Winner Magnification by Orbical, Runner-up, Checkout by WorkBV, Best Mac OS X Leopard Game, Winner Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock by Asper Media, Runner-up, Command & Conquer 3, Tiberium Wars by Electronic Arts, Best Mac OS X Leopard Application, Winner ScreenFlow by Vara Software Limited, Runner-up, B-Docs Timeline 3D Edition by B-Documents, Best iPhone Web App, Winner Remember the Milk by Remember the Milk, Runner-up, AP Mobile News Network by the Associated Press, Best iPhone Game Winner, Enigma by Panger Software, Best iPhone Entertainment Application Winner, AOL Radio by AOL LLC, Best iPhone Social Networking Application Winner, Twitterific by the Icon Factory, Best iPhone Productivity Application Winner, OmniFocus by the Omni Group, Best iPhone Healthcare and Fitness Application Winner, MIM by Mimvista Corporation. 2007 Best Mac OS X Leopard Application, Winner, Delicious Library 2, Delicious Monster, Runner-up, iBank 3.0, IGG Software, Best Mac OS X User Experience, Winner, Coda 1.0, Panic Software, Runner-up, Sandbox 1.2, Carolina Software, Best Mac OS X Developer Tool, Winner, Xedit 2.5, MakeRabbit, Runner-up, RooSwitch 1.1.8, Rubersoft, Best Mac OS X Dashboard Widget, Winner, Bart Widget, Brett Victor, Runner-up, PEMDAS 1.1, Michael Philippone, Best Mac OS X Scientific Computing Solution, Winner, Papers 1.0. Macintosh.com, Runner-up, Single Crystal 1.3, Crystal Maker Software, Best Mac OS X Game, Winner, World of Warcraft, The Burning Crusade, Blizzard Entertainment, Runner-up, Wacky Mini Golf. 1.01, Dan Lab Games, Best Mac OS X Student Product, Winner, Picturesque 1.0, Aqualia, Runner-up, Pathway 1.0, Dennis Lawson. 2006 Best Mac OS X User Experience, Winner, iSail 3.1 Equinox, Runner-up, Boingst Photomagico 1.7, Best OS X Graphics, Winner, Modo, Runner-up, Unity, Best Developer Tool, Winner, TextMate 1.5, Runner-up, F-Script, Best Scientific Computing Solution, Winner, Enzyme X 3.1, Runner-up, FuzzMeasure Pro 2, Best Game, Winner, The Sims 2, Runner-up, Wingnuts 2, Freeverse, Best Mac OS X Student Product, Winner, Liniform, Freeverse 1.1, Runner-up, Photo Presenter, Best Widget, Winner, iClipLight, Runner-up, WeatherBug Local Weather, Best Automator Workflow, Winner, Build. Real Estate Catalog Ultimate Productivity Action Pack, Runner-up, Lecture Recording Workflow 1.2, University of Michigan School of Dentistry. 2005 Best Mac OS X Tiger Technology Adoption, Winner, Transmit 3.2, Panic, Incorporated. Runner-up, iSail 1.7, Equinox, special mention, Omni Outliner 3.0.3, the Omni Group, Best Mac OS X User Experience, winner, Delicious Library 1.5, Delicious Monster, runner-up, 3D Weather Globe and Atlas Mac OS X Edition, Software Mac Eve, Best Product New to Mac OS X, winner, Comic Life 1.1, PLASQ, runner-up, Delicious Library 1.5, Delicious Monster, special mention, eDrawings for Mac 2006, SolidWorks, Best Mac OS X Entertainment Product, winner, World of Warcraft 1.3.1, Blizzard Entertainment, runner-up, Jammin Razor. 1.01, Dan Lab Games, Best Use of Open Source, winner, Oziri X 1.6.4, Antoine Rosset, Usman Ratib, Lance Psha, David Davis Payne, Lucas Bodler, Bruce Rakes, runner-up, Blender 2.36, Blender Foundation, special mention, ADMX, Evan Schoenberg, Adam Iser, Best Mac OS X Scientific Computing Solution, winner, Data Tank 2005-5, Visual Data Tools, Incorporated. Runner-up, Oziri X 1.6.4, Antoine Rosset, Usman Ratib, Lance Psha, David Davis Payne, Lucas Bodler, Bruce Rakes, special mention, Mathematica, Wolfram Research, Best Mac OS X Server Solution, winner, Quicksilver InfiniBand Software for Mac OS X, Silverstorm Technologies, Small Tree Communications, runner-up, Electron 1.0.1, Corient Networks LLC, Best Mac OS X Student Product, winner, GraphClick, Simon Borvit, runner-up, IMAP 3.1, Peter Skulls, special mention, Sonic Birth, Antoine Misaut. 2004 Best Mac OS X Product, winner, Big Bang Chess 1.0, Freeverse Software, runner-up, Unison 1.0.2, Panic Incorporated. Best Product New to Mac OS, winner, Contribute 2, Macromedia Incorporated. Runner-up, Graphiz 1.12, Pixelglow Software, Most Innovative Mac OS X Product, winner, ToySite 1.0, Freeverse Software, runner-up, Swordfish Express 2.0, BuyOlympia.com, Best Mac OS X User Experience, winner, Unison 1.0.2, Panic Incorporated. Runner-up, Soho Business Cards 1.0, Kronos LLC, Best Mac OS X Technology Adoption, winner, Big Bang Chess 1.0, Freeverse Software, runner-up, Pulp Fiction 1.0, Freshly Squeezed Software, Best Mac OS X Open Source Product, winner, Graphiz 1.12, Pixelglow Software, runner-up, Pure FTPD Manager 1.2, Jean-Mathieu Schaffhauser, Best Mac OS X Server Solution, winner, Inquiry 4.05D, The BioTeam, runner-up, Grid Mathematica 1.1, Wolfram Research, Incorporated. Best Mac OS X Entertainment Product, winner, Unreal Tournament 2004 for Macintosh v 1.0, Microsoft, runner-up, Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne v 1.0, Blizzard Entertainment, Best Mac OS X Scientific Computing Solution, winner, MacTech USS V010804, NASA Langley Research Center, runner-up, Velocity 2.6.1, Improvision, honorable mention, IBM XL Fortran Advanced Edition 8.1, IBM, Best Mac OS X Student Product, winner, Four Peaks, Alexander Griexpo, Tom Gruothwis, Oncology Graduate School Amsterdam, runner-up, Curvus Pro X, Simon Borvit, University of Zurich, Switzerland, Best Quicktime. Content for Education, winner, Conflict Lab Euro Unregistered Trademark S Rotunda, Conflict Lab, Incorporated. Runner-up, Commanding Heights, WGBH Interactive, Best QuickTime Content for Promotion, winner, Robbie Williams OE Nebworth Euro QuickTime Promo, Bluish, Limited. Runner-up, The Amashiro Restaurant Virtual Tour, Axis Images, Best QuickTime Content for Entertainment, winner, Freecaster Sports, Barsark AB, runner-up, Bright and Shine, Antonio Hui, Best Performance Demo of a Shipping Product, winner, ATI Technologies, Incorporated, ATI Anna Musica Euro Unregistered Trademark S Pipe Dream Demo, runner-up, ATI Technologies, Incorporated, ATI Rendering with Natural Light Demo, Most Innovative Apple Technology Performance Demo, winner, Advanced Analytic System Design, Incorporated, Freefall, runner-up, Symbiote, Symbiote iSims. 2003 Best Mac OS X Product, winner, Saling Clicker 1.5, Saling Software, runner-up, Worldbook 2003 Jaguar Edition, Software Mac Eve, Most Innovative Mac OS X Product, winner, Saling Clicker 1.5, Saling Software, runner-up, Starry Night Pro 4.0, Space.com Canada, Best Mac OS X User Experience, winner, Starry Night Backyard 4.0, Space.com Canada, runner-up, Transmit 2, Panic, Best Mac OS X Technology Adoption, winner, Worldbook 2003 Jaguar Edition, Software Mac Eve, runner-up, Spellcatcher X, Evan Gross. Best Mac OS X Student Product, winner, Hydra 1.0.1, Martin Ott, Martin Pittener, Dominique Wagner, and Ulrich Bauer, runner-up, Signal Scope 1.0.5, Benjamin Faber, Best Mac OS X Use of Open Source, winner, Fuga 1.0, University of Michigan, runner-up, VLC 0.5.3, Samuel Hookever, Best Mac OS X Server Solution, winner Inquiry 1.0, BioTeam, runner-up, Redmind 0.8.4, University of Michigan, Best QuickTime Content Created by a Student, winner, Drive by Punch, Stephen M. EBS, runner-up, Nature and Water, Mario. Palomera / Best QuickTime Content Created by an Individual, winner, OIC's Music Box Presenting Superfluid, Robert West and Michael Scharf, runner-up, Paraphonic Midnight Sounds, Jonathan Puckey, Andreas P. Helstra Paragraph M. and Linus Wallstadt, Best QuickTime Content Created by a Company, winner, BMW Films Campaigner Euro The Higher Enhanced Film Experience, Fallon Worldwide, runner-up, The Beautiful Mistake QuickTime Player, Tube Atomic Studio. 2002 Best New Mac OS X Product, winner, Toon Boom Studio 1.1, Toon Boom, runner-up, Market Circle Daylight 1.0.1, Market Circle Incorporated. Most Innovative Mac OS X Product, winner, Watson 1.5, Carolina Software, LLC, runner-up, Toon Boom Studio 1.1, Toon Boom, Best Mac OS X User Experience, winner, OmniGraffle 2.0, Omni Development Incorporated. Runner-up, STX 1.0, Salon Transcripts, Best Mac OS X Technology Adoption, winner, OmniGraffle 2.0, Omni Development Incorporated. Runner-up, Vector 3 3.1.3, Manfred Schubert, Best Mac OS X Open Source Port, winner, TextShop 1.19, Richard Koch, Mathematics Department, University of Oregon, runner-up, Sidekick 1.1, Axel Affairs, Best Mac OS X Student Product, winner, Mornell 2.1, Dan Skimpf, runner-up, Can Combine Icons 2.1.0, David Rimal. 2001 Best New Mac OS X Product, winner, OmniWeb 4.0, The Omni Group, runner-up, Xtools 1.0.3, Tenon InterSystems, Most Innovative Mac OS X Product, winner, Xtools 1.0.3, Tenon InterSystems, runner-up, MYOB Account Edge 1.0, MYOB US, Incorporated. Best Mac OS X User Experience, winner, OmniWeb 4.0, The Omni Group, runner-up, Drive 10 1.0.0, Micromat, Incorporated. Best Mac OS X Technology Adoption, winner, Autocompleter 1.0, Catchy Software, runner-up, Real Basic 3.2, Real Software, Incorporated. 2000 Best New Product, winner, via Voice Millennium Edition, IBM, runner-up, Thinking Home 1.0, Always Thinking, Incorporated. Most Innovative Product, winner, Live Stage Professional, Totally Hip Software Incorporated. Runner-up, Thinking Home 1.0, Always Thinking, Incorporated. Best Look and Feel, winner, Math Mysteries 1.0, Tom Snyder Productions, runner-up, Real Basic 2.0, Real Software, Incorporated. Best Apple Technology Adoption, winner, Thinking Home 1.0, Always Thinking, Incorporated. Runner-up, Live Stage Professional, Totally Hip Software Incorporated. 1999 Best New Product, winner, Real Basic 1.0, Real Software, runner-up, Disk Warrior 1.0, Allsoft. Most Innovative, winner, Disk Warrior 1.0, Allsoft, runner-up, Real Basic 1.0, Real Software. Best Macintosh User Experience, winner, Food Chain 1.0, Cajun Games, runner-up, Real Basic 1.0, Real Software. Best Apple Technology Adoption, winner, Qt Mascot Junior 1.5, Conscion Graphic Systems, runner-up, Virtual Game Station, Conctix. 1998 Most Innovative, winner, Flash 2, Macromedia. First runner-up, Legacy of Time, The Journeyman Project 3, Presto Studios, Incorporated. Second runner-up, Office 98 Macintosh Edition, Microsoft Corporation. Best Look and Feel, winner, Preflight Pro 1.0, Extensys Corporation. First runner-up, Plusmaker 1.0.1, Allsoft, Incorporated. Second runner-up, Virtual PC 2.0, Conctix Corporation. Best Apple Technology Adoption, winner, Stafit Deluxe 4.5, Aladdin Systems, Incorporated. First runner-up, Power Mail 2.0, CTM Development. Second runner-up, FaceSpan 3.0, Digital Technology International. 1997 Human Interface Design Excellence Award Most Innovative, winner, Cari Euro Unregistered Trademark S-Power GU 1.0, Meta Tools, Incorporated. First runner-up, Starry Night Deluxe 2.0, Sienna Software, Incorporated. Second runner-up, YOYO Telephone Manager for Macintosh 1.5.1, Big Island Communications, Incorporated. Most Elegant, winner, Starry Night Deluxe 2.0, Sienna Software, Incorporated. First runner-up, CALC Works 1.5.2, John Broku. Second runner-up, Amber Journeys Beyond 1.0, Changeling, Incorporated. Best Look and Feel, winner, YOYO Telephone Manager for Macintosh 1.5.1, Big Island Communications, Incorporated. First runner-up, Adobe Illustrator 6.0, Adobe Systems, Incorporated. Second runner-up, Symantec Visual Cafe for Macintosh 1.0, Symantec Corporation. Best Overall Design, winner, YOYO Telephone Manager for Macintosh 1.5.1, Big Island Communications, Incorporated. First runner-up, Starry Night Deluxe 2.0, Sienna Software, Incorporated. Second runner-up, Cari Euro Unregistered Trademark S-Power GU 1.0, Meta Tools, Incorporated. References. External links, Apple Design Awards a Euro official site, 2008 winners, Wayback Machine Cache of 2004 winners, Wayback Machine Cache of 2003 a Euro 2000 winners, 1999 winners, 1998 winners, 1997 winners, news article on the creation of these awards, in 1996.